Good morning, I think. Welcome to the 6th of December. Yes, it is the 6th day on the Advents calendar for our daily portrait drawing. It's nice to have you here. I see that Christina, Jörg, and Marina are here. So nice to have you here. If you're watching, then say hello in the chat. It's always nice to know who's here drawing together. Today Linda is here. We're going to work from this awesome reference of Sonny Bargemans, who we also drew in the Advent series last year. And Sonny is currently living in a van somewhere in northern Spain, I believe. We were just chatting on Instagram recently, and that's pretty cool. He recently did this amazing drawing on black paper. I think maybe it's one of his most recent posts on Instagram, a self-portrait, maybe even from this photo, I'm not sure. But it was really, really cool. As we're moving into the darkness and the darkest part of the year, I just thought it was so cool to see Sonny's self-portrait on black paper. Really, really cool. Made me think, it'd be interesting to do some drawings on black paper. Hi, Nicole and Ms. Ilgado. So nice to have you here. These are yesterday's two portraits, and I've got a spot over on the side here where I think I'm going to put Sonny today, and we'll do our 10-minute sketch together. If this is your first time here, let me know in the chat or in the comments. If you're just starting this Advent series with me, I'd love to hear from you. Welcome. And if you've been here every day, welcome. Say lots of things in the chat. Tell me how often you've sketched this month. Tell me what you had for breakfast, whatever. Tell me if you're about to go to bed right after this live stream. It's different times all over the world, wherever you're sitting right now. It's really cool to be able to draw together. So let's do it. 10 minutes with Sonny. I have a workshop tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. German time, and I would love you to join. It's going to be focused on shadow shapes, how we can piece together a portrait using shadow shapes, which is a very fun way to draw, and I'm looking forward to hanging out and sketching with you. So last weekend was really fun. All right, put my 5-minute timer on now. It's been really cool seeing everyone's drawings the past few days. So much great stuff people are doing, and it's just, this is an interesting shape. This might just become the top of the ear. I just love seeing what everyone's doing. I love hanging out and drawing together and seeing all your takes on the reference, and just knowing that we're sharing this time practicing together is a wonderful thing to do. This is a great ear photo. Put your hands up if you joined my facial features course. That was super fun. I look forward to the next round, whenever that will be. I'm not entirely sure yet, but just a couple months ago, October, I launched my first ever course on my own, and it went for 5 weeks. Some people are still working through it. That's fine. I saw Martina's final drawings on Instagram. That was so exciting to see. Always love it when people are sharing their work. And also, over time, getting to know your progress, where you're at, what excitens and enlivens you in the drawing process. Really cool. Linda, your post that I saw on Instagram yesterday, that was really nice. That was a nice painting, nice post as well. And a very thoughtful caption. It's really, really cool. All right, where am I? All right, we're already 2 minutes in, and I'm just enjoying this ear. So when I saw this, the shadow around the eyes, the facial hair, I was like, this will be fun to draw with the calligraphy pen. It's a very cool reference. And it was really, I thought it was really cool to see that Sonny is traveling around. When last Advent, when we drew Sonny, got to be in touch. Sonny has done an amazing painting of me in the past. From the Kanyo chat. Yeah, and last Advent I remember getting in touch with Sonny, and turns out he's from Antwerp, or was living there at the time perhaps. And Antwerpen has been very good to me in the past. I've have friends there, and I got to meet a bunch of Kanyo people there 2.5 years ago. But back in the day, I lived in Belgium, and I really enjoyed my visits and the friends I made in Antwerpen. I have very fond memories of that city. But yeah, to hear that Sonny is now traveling in a van, which is something I've traveled quite a bit. And yeah, we went to Britain, Kira and I, and also Brittany the following year, and spent 6 weeks in a van, getting around. And it's there's something, it's a very special way to live in just a small space and just have access to the world outside, and it'd be moving through changing scenes, not always comfortable. But yeah, it's really a special thing to be able to do. So I hope, Sonny, that you're having an inspiring, fulfilling journey. Who else has travelled around? Good food in Belgium, yeah. Nicole says it's 8 p.m. in Melbourne, Australia. Just had dinner, loving these 10-minute sessions. I'm glad you're loving them. I'm loving you too. Linda says, you had ChatGPT help you with all the hashtags. After you said what you were going to say, almost finished another one today, just some details left. Cool. Yeah, it's getting comfortable posting and sharing stuff on Instagram can be a process, right? How does everyone feel about their social media usage, engagement? How do you feel when you have to write a caption? I used to spend so long, and just that feeling of that you put it out there, and does anyone even know what is it you're actually doing? Just taken years to kind of just develop a natural kind of comfortable way to use it. Used to think it's nice when I really do appreciate it when people really give thought to what they're writing, and that there's real value and content to what they're saying, and sometimes it can be really moving. And all right, that was the first 5 minutes. Let's do another 5. Like that is super nice, and I really appreciate it. But I remember I would struggle through composing captions, like do the painting, and then just spend so much time considering, second guessing what I wanted to say, and then at some point being like, oh, it's just good to share it, get it out. Maybe going through this process of like taking things too seriously sometimes, maybe, but sometimes it's good to take things seriously. So it's like, how do you find the balance? It's but since I think I put this I in like too far over here. Whoops. But that's where it is now. It's changed the whole expression, kind of squishing in over there. You spent many hours on it, and the next one will be easier. Yeah. Yeah, that process. Like I remember, and I remember living with Kira, and Kira being like, "You still haven't posted it? How long have you been like just writing the caption for that post?" Like, what are you doing now? Oh, I'm still writing the caption for the post. And yeah, it can be a process. But I've once you figure out what it is that you want to share, kind of, for me, there was a point where I realized, rather than just my own painting, that I really wanted to connect with people, and I wanted to be about my creative practice. Also, what I was sharing and what I was offering on Instagram was really about interacting, connecting with people. And the more that became clear, and I was like, hey, come draw with me, come do this, how about this? How do you feel about this? And that's interesting. Like you can kind of try and prompt some engagement, ask a question, which may go unanswered. So there's all these ways, all these things you can read and learn about, strategies for how to use social media. And sometimes, like I have, and I'm sure many others, sometimes you try and put these things into practice and then it seems like it doesn't make any difference. So yeah, I think just finding a way that you feel comfortable with and just going with that to make it easeful is something that really made my time on social media more relaxing. Because yeah, you can put so much into it, and I have over the years. But being at ease, I feel like that is a good goal to have. I sent an email out to my mailing list yesterday, letting you know about my mentorship, which is going to be the next round. Will be starting in January, mid-January, I imagine, from depending on how early people get in on it, and when we start making appointments to chat. Yeah, that'll be starting. So those of you who are on my mailing list would have got that. I'll be mentioning it more. If anyone ever has any questions during the live streams about anything, mentorship, workshop, philosophy, any kind of input you would like to make, if you want to talk about, I'd be really interested in kind of, how activism and doing good with our creative practice. How can we work for the betterment of living conditions for all beings? That's something that I would like to. I wonder how we could infuse some of that into our work. Mine in particular. So that there are all kinds of topics we could talk about. So feel free to just bring anything to the chat or to the comments if you're watching the replay. I'm talking to you too. And hey, Rave222 is here. Nice to see your username. Hello. He looks amazing already. Thank you, Linda. Connect, love community. You're talking with Kara a lot about, and yeah, put it all out there. Just you put it out. Put out what you want to put out, and see who connects and how. And it's I know there's a whole lot of misgivings, and I have them too about social media and stuff. But I've just experienced so much the positive power of connectivity. So many great connections. So that's 10 minutes with Sonny. That's enough for today. I feel like more shadow around the eyes, but this drawing, I feel good about it. That eye is maybe something is a bit squished. I think I don't have that dramatic angle kind of leaning over in this direction. Maybe because I'm getting hesitant, edging up to the edge of the paper. But I feel pretty good about it overall. I like the play of the different line quality. And that was fun. 10 minutes. Draw a 10-minute portrait with me every day. Long time no see. Yeah, I've been seeing you because I know that you share wonderful things and share quite a lot on Instagram, which I also really appreciate. Don't always have time to watch everything, but I really like what you have to share and your presence. I like knowing that you're out there. Rave222 and all of you, if you haven't said anything in the chat yet, now's the time. Please say hello. If you've made it to the end of this stream or to the end of the replay, please put a drawing hand emoji in the chat, because that will make me feel warm and fuzzy. You can also ask questions, say things. You can tag Sonny. Wait a minute, where's my finger? Tag Sonny on Instagram, tag me. You can share to the Discord server where I'm sharing these daily references and people are sharing their work. And it's such a nice way to look at your work, because as opposed to Instagram, it's very focused on this shared practice that we have. I don't have like devastating world news coming in between the beautiful art I'm looking at, and which is, I feel like, is important to be aware of. But just taking that time to focus on this beautiful creative act that we're sharing, and then zoom in and look at the details, see what everyone's doing. That's really cool. So join the Discord server. Lisbeth is here too. Cool. You're all wonderful. I would love to see you in my workshop tomorrow. I would love to see you here again at 10 o'clock, Sunday morning, for our next Advents calendar face, our little portrait together. This is a super fun practice. And I love having you all along for the ride. So thank you. Thank you, Sonny. Thank you to all of you. Have an incredible day, or have an incredible night's sleep. Whatever's up for you next. May it heal and nourish you deeply. Thanks for being here, and see you tomorrow.